What's going on? So in this video, I'm gonna go over why you may be on a weight loss journey and not seeing the scale go down every single week. So this is a common occurrence. I've obviously coached hundreds of people and I've seen this happen so many times where, you might step on the scale, and maybe this happened to you. You step on the scale and you're like, okay, it's going down. The next day you step on, you're like, it's going down. The next week you step on it, it's going down, and you're getting hype. You're getting super excited. But then you step on it again and it's up. It's up a pound. It's up 2 pounds. And you're like, why is this happening? The reason why is because when you're on a weight loss journey, you need to understand that weight is made of muscle, fat, and water. So what this means is you're going to experience fluctuations. You can, at a simple level, experience fluctuations with water. Maybe you drank more water the day before, so the weight fluctuated up. Maybe you decided to eat more carbohydrates, so now you're holding on to more water, right? Because for each gram of carbs that you have, you hold on a little bit of water. When you cut carbs, you lose water. So, and that's a big thing with people who do a lower carbohydrate diet that deviate from it, right? They may be getting results while they're on low carbs in terms of like the scale going down, but then when they cheat, I don't want to say cheat, but then when they deviate, they see the scale go up and they think, oh my gosh, like how did I gain all this fat in a day? You didn't gain fat, you gained water. Unless you ate 5,000 calories, which I'm assuming you didn't. You probably just gained some water, which is no problem. The next day you go back to your regular lifestyle and the water weight comes off. But let's talk more about the actual thing that we want, which is fat loss. We want the fat gone. So with fat loss, right, because fat loss is what leads to toning, we don't want just weight loss. So fat loss is where you build muscle and burn fat simultaneously so you can see tone. Because tone is nothing more than having your muscle revealed because the fat is gone. If you have no muscle, you can't even have tone, even if you get rid of the fat, because tone is just it's a revelation of muscle in a sense, right? So what happens is because fat is like, let me use this as a illustration. So fat is like the size of this Dawn dishwashing soap, okay? And then muscle is like the size of this, okay? So you see there's a vast difference between the two, a vast difference. So if you lose this and gain this, right, obviously what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna look leaner, you're gonna look smaller, right? You're gonna look more toned. But the scale may not show that because they're still equal to 1 pound. People often say muscle weighs more than fat. No, muscle doesn't way more than fat, okay? It's just more dense. It's smaller than fat. So it's actually, because think about it, 1 pound of feathers and 1 pound of dumbbells, which one's heavier? They're the same, right? Trick question. Which means now that it's the same weight, but how it looks will be different, because a 1 pound dumbbell would look smaller than 1 pound. To put together 1 pound of feathers, that's a lot of feathers because they're not as dense, right? So in essence, we need to make sure that we're taking our measurements, right? I always tell my clients to measure their waist, and you could do hips, measure everywhere, right? But if you want to really be diligent with things, do the waist measurement every single day, because that's something that, you could sustain doing. But also pictures. I have my clients take pictures every month. I would recommend you take them every week. When I was working with my coach, I did them every single week. It may not be crazy changes, but especially if you're someone that hates the scale fluctuations, it could be really advantageous to do pictures every week, just so that way you have that peace of mind, okay? Even your clothes, you're gonna notice your clothes are changing, right? Your pants are fitting better, shirts are fitting better, and God knows you're gonna have people complimenting you. Oh my gosh, what have you been doing? Right? People are going to be saying that. You may have experienced that even though you've seen the scale and you're like, it's not really budging. and you feel like nothing's happening. If people are noticing, I promise you, they're not telling you in vain. They're not just saying things for no reason. So encourage yourself. Realize you've come a long way. You've taken the steps. You walking more. You doing your cardio, your jump rope. Maybe you're doing your strength training. You're eating right? You've been doing those things. Give yourself grace and understand that progress is being made, and don't allow the up and downs of the scale to lead you to self-sabotage. Because if you do feel overwhelmed and discouraged, even if you're making progress, and fall into self-sabotage, then you're actually mitigating the progress that you've made, and then you just stay in this cycle. And I want you to avoid that, all right? So make sure you share this with a friend, with someone that's always in a yo-yo. They're always, losing a pound, gaining a pound, losing a pound, but then getting so frustrated that they self-sabotage because they don't know that they're actually making progress, all right? I hope you liked this video, and if you did, drop a like and subscribe to the channel so we can spread the good message of health and fitness, all right? I'll see you in the next video. Peace.